So we're going to go off script here a little bit. I always, as a minister, I'm very cognizant of the fact that we do not get political from the pulpit. And I honor that, and I know that. But also when it's something that's not necessarily political, but something that's going on in our world. I had not meant to address it today, but I have to. Especially that song, it's touched me in my heart. We have to go to that quiet place. And when violence is done in this world, we've had mass shootings in the last couple of weeks, and then a brutal slaying of a man by people who were sworn to protect that man. That my mother's heart was so touched by another mother's heart, who pleaded with people to not do violence in the name of her son, to not answer violence with violence, to be peaceful. So I would call upon you as our community to be that light that stands strong, that we go to that quiet place, that we find that light to radiate out to the world that is love and that is peace, that we can be that example that someone sees and says, there is a different way, there is a better way to be human, and let our humanity show in the love and the peace we offer our fellow humans.
Amen.
Amen. And if we can all just commit to that, what a wonderful world we would have. So let's just be silent for a moment in prayer. Go into that quiet place, comforting that mother's heart, who even in the most terrible moment of her life stepped up and said, be love in my son's name. Thank you. Thank you. I have to welcome back Murray. Welcome back. He was with us on our anniversary, and he's back today. Welcome to everyone who is here. So last January, I told y'all that we were going to reserve the last Sunday of each month for the 12 powers. So through the year, I taught the 12 powers, and each month I crafted a message, created a message around the individual powers. And several of you asked me to continue the 12 power teachings now that we've started the new year. And so we're going to keep doing that, or are you going to stop doing it because the year's over? So here we go. So I don't know if the what crafted that or created that statement to ask me to do that was because you joined us halfway through the year. And you said, oh, I want to know those other 6 powers. But each of us has 12 creative powers that are fundamental to us. They are aspects of our own divine nature. We are spiritual beings in physical human form. We just have to remember that sometimes. The notion, the idea, the knowing is that each of us holds the divine within us, that we have a spiritual nature that coexists with our humanity. A spiritual nature that coexists with our humanity. We just have to allow that. Our minds can be the link to source energy through these 12 spiritual powers. We can create the life we want, manifest the life we desire, and be our best self by focusing on, understanding, and cultivating these spiritual powers. So today I'm going to start with faith. Your faith has made you whole. Have faith to take a leap of faith when you need to. For a leap of faith is not a plunge into the dark abyss. It is a dive into the light that others don't yet see. A leap of faith is not a plunge into the dark abyss. It is a dive into that light that you see and know is there and others not yet see. So today, I'm going to challenge you and ask you the question, is your faith seen? When you dive off, does it look like you're jumping off into the dark abyss? Or is your faith so seen that others can see that light? Working from our own Christ consciousness, our own spiritual nature, we must encourage ourselves and continue to develop our powers. Even when we face those challenges and experience those trying times, even if we fail to live up to our greatest hopes and our greatest expectations, we must continue to behold the potential, that God-given potential. We must uphold that beyond any limitations, beyond any limitations even of our own understanding. And we let our faith be seen. Are you living with intention? Living with expectancy that what you want to bring about in your life is coming to you? Are you thinking about what you want to bring about? They say, what you think about, you bring about. Are you thinking about what you want to bring about? I want you to not be passive. I don't want you thinking, it's never going to happen. It's not very probable that I'm going to succeed with that. Or if you're facing a health issue, I don't want to hear you say, the doctors say there's only a slim chance I will be healed and be well. Just don't buy into that. Come on out, Sandra. There's a place right up here on the front. God has all power. Our Creator is omnipotent, the one presence and the one power. Have faith. Reach out. Release your faith. Know it is going to happen. You can't have a weak spirit. You can't have an attitude that it's just too hard. You know, my little great nephew, named after my brother, and we call him Little Stephen. He's not so little anymore. He just graduated high school. He's almost as tall as I am. But Little Stephen, when he was a toddler, he and my niece lived with my mom. So it's a great-grandmother helping raise her great-grandson. That's going on so much in our society nowadays. But Stephen wanted to watch some videos on the iPad. And Mom said, well, Stephen, you got to clean your room before you can do that. And Stephen, he was spoiled. So many toys, because there's so many of us in our family. And he's the youngest great-grandchild. You know, we all spoiled him, and wonderful prosperity and abundance upon him. So he would love those toys, playing with them, and then they just all stay scattered out everywhere. Mom said, well, you got to pick all those toys up and put them in the baskets before you can sit and watch the iPad. So he goes in the room and he picks up a couple of them and puts them in the basket, and then he just sat down with a big plop in the middle of the room. And he said, it's too hard. He said, Mama, it's too hard. I can't do it. And she said, well, that's your choice. You can sit there and play with your toys, or you can put your toys away and watch the video on the iPad. It's all a matter of choice. So let's don't get into that attitude that it's too hard. It's just too hard sometimes. Have faith. Have faith. Reach out and claim your success, your abundance. Your faith can be a catalyst for amazing things, for miracles to happen in your life. Yes, in truth it will. If you believe miracles will happen, if you reach for those miracles, you expect those miracles are going to happen. So, can your faith be seen in your life?
Yes.
Are you living your life in anticipation that something good is going to happen?
Yes.
We all face challenges. We all have those hard times, those times when we just want to sit on the floor and say it's too hard. We all do. But the secret there is not to let those challenges knock you down. Use them, learn from them, use them as a teaching tool. Do not let those challenges convince you your good is not coming. You are here because there is something amazing in store for you in this life. You have a unique purpose, each and every one of you, an individual mission. You're here for a reason. Can your faith be seen? Is your faith visible? Do people notice that you are expecting great things? Like the song that I thought the voices were going to sing.
Right.
So beautifully, and they'll sing it a little later. Great things. Do you expect great things? For great things are for you. Do you talk like great things are going to happen to you? Do you expect great things to happen to you?
Yes.
Do you think great things are going to happen? Believe and know that great things are happening in your life. And faith will quicken the energy of God in your consciousness, and great and greater things will you accomplish. Let it be seen in your excitement, in your zeal for life. Some people have that zeal so strong, you just love being around them. You just love to see them walk into the room because you can see the happiness, the expectancy that everything in life is going the way they want it to. It's just going to happen that way. So let your light shine in that way. Let your faith be seen. And you have to let God know you're ready for great things to happen in your life in order to receive those great things. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. God is always with us. God is always good. God is all around us, within us, and in our faith, our knowing that great things, bigger things are for us. That levels us up. Are you ready to step up? Are you ready to level up? Are you ready?
Yes.
Show God you're ready to be blessed. Let everyone see it on your face and in your expression. I know I once told you that if you're happy, notify your face and smile. If you have faith, I want you to notify your face and let your expression show that you are expectant of great things. So come on, let's see it. What a beautiful community we are, all out there shouting that light so bright. Are we ready to level up? I would say, yes, we are. What the mind can conceive, the body can achieve. I know I've shared with you in the past that was my mantra as a high jumper training to make the U.S. Olympic team. And who would think that that tall, skinny country girl could accomplish such an improbable feat? Improbable. Everybody said it was. That's nice. I'm going to be the best in the world at this Sunday. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But I knew it. I did. In the very core of my being, in my very soul, I knew it. It was mine to do. I knew it from the first moment I jumped in the air and flung my body over that bar and landed in that foam pit. I knew, even though it was improbable and maybe seemed impossible to everyone else, I knew it to be my truth. I want to be the best in the world at this. I want to be the best in the world at this someday. And Charles Fillmore defines faith as the now, Charles Fillmore is not the easiest read. I don't know if y'all know that. But you can sit down with a book by Charles Fillmore. So let me get through this quote. It's not a paragraph. So Charles Fillmore defines faith as the perceiving power of the mind linked with the power to shape substance. A deep inner knowing that that which is sought is already ours for the taking. That which is sought is already ours for the taking. So I had faith, even though other people didn't. I had faith because I knew it. I had that deep inner knowing that it was mine for the taking. What is your inner knowing? What is it that you have a knowing deep inside about and a faith about? Are you ready to level up? Faith will allow you to level up in your life. Be grateful for all the blessings you have in your life. Be grateful for all the blessings coming to you. Be grateful for what you have and be grateful for what's coming. Shine your light and let your faith show for all to see. Faith is always in the present. In the Bible, the scripture says, now faith is. Faith is now. Are you living in the present? Staying in the now? One of my favorite teachers, Eckhart Tolle, teaches us, nothing has happened in the past, it happened in the now. Nothing will ever happen in the future, it will happen in the now. Now is the only time anything can happen. Now. My grandmother said, don't fret about the past and don't worry about the future. Same thing, just not quite like Eckhart Tolle said. Same thing though. It's going to happen in the now. Are you living in the now? So see, my grandmother was preparing me for Eckhart Tolle. And Charles Fillmore. My grandmother, those teachings that were so fundamental were my preparation. Are you living in the now? Are you living in the present? How badly do you want it? Wake up every morning expectant. Wake up every morning knowing that your good is coming to you, because it is going to happen. Wake up every morning in gratitude. Here's something, and I know I've done this before, but here's something to help start your day in gratitude. When you wake up, take a moment before you just jump out of bed, take a breath. Take a breath. Breathe in and think of something that you are grateful for. Now, when you put your foot on the floor, put that first foot on the floor and say thank you. Put the next foot on the floor and say you. And as you walk to the bathroom, because I know that's where you're going. I know. Let's be honest, it's where you're going. With each step, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And no matter how long or short that is, when you get to the bathroom, look in the mirror, smile, and expect that great things are going to happen to you today. Let your faith be seen, even by yourself. Let your faith be seen shining in that mirror. Step forward every day, even if it's uncomfortable. Step forward and know that with God, you can easily do what you could never do on your own. It creates such endless possibilities. More than you can ever imagine will happen when you stay in faith. When you live in gratitude. When you live in gratitude, even if you haven't had a sign for a while, if you've been working on something, say, for 3 months or 6 months, and you're about to lose hope, you're about to lose faith, because you haven't seen a sign that it's coming. Stay in the faith. And then all of a sudden, bam, right there it's going to be. Stay in that faith. You're going to manifest all you ever dreamed of, and even more than you can imagine. Surprise abundance. It's closer than you think. Surprise abundance. We heard that in our Happy Thoughts. Surprise abundance. It's closer than you think. It's going to be yours. Great things are going to happen to you. Get ready. Get ready, because Source doesn't always do what's expected. And it doesn't always come to you the way you had it all figured out. You had it all figured out how it needed to come, how it had to come, and then Spirit brings it to you a whole nother way, from back over your shoulder where you weren't even looking. But it's going to happen. And your faith is going to put you on course to receive. Your faith will make you whole. Are you letting your faith be seen? Don't let anyone naysay you, because they will. If you let them in, or you give them half a chance, you give them a little bit of a chance, they will naysay you. Don't let them speak negative words upon you. You stay positive and speak your own positive words. Sex alive. Just ain't doing it. Don't let them do it. And I have to thank Heatherland for that. If any of you will watch her, she's a Southern girl that does it. I just ain't doing it. With the big eyes and the big mouth. Just ain't doing it. I'd rather. Just don't do it. Don't let people speak negative words upon you. Live in prosperity of thought, not lack. Live in abundance. That is what is for you. God whispers to you in that still small space. Go there. Go into that still small space and listen. Listen. Listening to truth in a receptive state of mind opens the way for receiving the next degree in divine order, which is faith. Many say that meditation is listening to God. To that thought, I'm going to say a new thought of practical spirituality. Let me say, meditation opens the way to faith. Sitting with an idea, sitting with a thought, with a receptive mind, connected to the mind of God, the mind of God that is within you, will open your being to an abiding faith. To an abiding faith that endures through all tribulations. It was first a thought, and then it was a passion, and then a knowing that it is possible. The knowing came from the meditation of a quiet mind joining with God's mind and becoming faith. According to your faith be it done to you. According to your faith, be it done to you. You already have faith. Now let your faith be seen. As Jesus the Christ taught us, the kingdom of God is within you. It truly is within you and within me. When we understand the omnipresence of Spirit, we quickly see how simple and true that beautiful teaching is. Let your voice and your words imprint on the cosmos. Speak your words out loud. Words have power. Imprint your words on the universe. When you speak them out loud, you don't need to get into a confrontation with anyone. Go out and speak to the full moon. Go out and even whisper to the full moon. If you're not somebody to howl at the moon, whisper to the moon. Whisper those words, but let them come out of you. Let those words speak forth out of you. Let your voice and your words carry. They will carry your energy for all to feel, for all to hear, and for all to experience. Imprint your words on the universe, whole and holy. We learn to speak the word, the positive power word that gets results. We speak, we affirm. In order to speak power imprinted on the cosmos, we must first have the inner conviction that makes the word effective. That is what gives the word energy, and that is faith. Faith boosts the spoken word even more than 100 million times. With faith, your voice. With faith, your energy will manifest marvelous miracles in your life. Let your faith be seen by the words you speak into power and imprint on the cosmos. And if you want to change your thoughts and change your life, That's how we know it's done. You change your thoughts and you change your life. You have to get rid of the negative. You're going to have to get rid of that negative around you. Yeah, sometimes you have to throw off old ways of doing things. Just get in that I ain't doing it mindset. You can't put more into a full glass. So if you're doing it the way you've always done it, because that's the way you've always done it, your glass is probably full of those ideas and those thoughts. What I'm saying is, you're not going to get anything new until you pour some out of that glass. Until you release it and let it go and make room for new thoughts, new determination, new commitments, maybe a new way of being, new habits, new routines. I have a new habit and a new routine. I work out twice a week with a personal trainer down at the beach. It's lovely, it's wonderful, and it is a commitment. It is a commitment. I'm committed to her, she's committed to me, and it's working. It's working. So step boldly forward into your new day. Level up with faith. Let your faith show and shine that light for all to see. Keep expecting it. Keep going out and looking for good to happen. Reach out and claim what is yours. Source will open supernatural doors. Bring extraordinary possibilities and opportunities to you. More than you can ever imagine. But your faith, those doors will open. Expect it. When you pray, when you meditate, when you sit in your God time and connect with the God mind within, you will dispel any anxiety. You will dispel any fear. And you will be in expectation. Expectation and anticipation of great things happening in your life. Let your faith be seen. The great beauty of life and truth of practical spirituality. We choose our reality, either knowingly or unknowingly. We choose where we place our faith. With faith, we hold the power to shift possibilities into realities. Infinite possibilities, extraordinary opportunities. Divine ideas open the way. Divine ideas open the way, and through faith, we have infinite possibilities. We come to truly know faith through that direct experience. Just like that country girl I once was, believing she could possibly do this thing she had never heard of, never seen done, and yet somehow knew it was for her to do. I tell you that story never to impress you, but to impress upon you that we all have within us the power to choose faith and to create infinite possibilities. If that country girl can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. Like the wind on my cheek, I could feel it even though I couldn't see it. I could see its effect in the rustling leaves and in the branches, even though I could not see the wind itself. And on Wednesday, when we did meditation out in the park, you got to join us if you haven't. At 11:30 every Wednesday out there in the park, the wind was so strong. All you had to do was open up your airways, and Brother Wind filled your lungs. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to take a deep breath in. All you had to do was open up your airways, and the wind flowed in. Faith, it's there. Faith is the connecting link between God ideas in the mind and the expression of them in the world. Faith is the connecting link between God ideas in the mind and the expression of them in the world. Faith goes beyond thinking to knowing with the whole being, knowing the truth of the unseen good. Faith, knowing It's innate within us when we connect to Source. Faith. It's a mystery of the unseen world, the extraordinary world, the metaphysical world. As a girl, I had faith to believe in a possibility even when it had never been anything that was a part of my life. I lived in the country. I didn't know anything about organized sports. Didn't know what a track team was. Didn't know anything other than the baby played softball with my cousins. Never competed, never watched competitions. But I knew deep inside, and I listened to that voice. Before I knew what meditation was, I laid in the grass, looked up at the cornflower blue sky, and listened to God. And I realized the power to make the possible real. Faith. What the mind can conceive, the body can achieve. Faith is the possibility. Faith to realize the possibility. Faith to make the possible real. Are you letting your faith be seen? Remember, a leap of faith is not a plunge into the dark abyss. It is a dive, a swan dive, into the light that others can't yet see. Are you letting your faith be seen? Let your faith be so strong that they see that light. They see that you aren't plunging into the dark abyss, that you are diving into a beautiful light. Let your faith be seen. And so it is.